Welcome back to my online blog, my video blog here, where I'm sharing tips and tricks that I use every day to make social media simple for my clients and myself. Things are always changing, so these tips hopefully will stay relevant for a while, but you just never know. And the tip I'm going to talk about today is all about our messaging. And most of us have the messaging defaulted to set up. And so if you go under settings, you can kind of see where you lie with that. And we can see if your messaging is set up or it's turned off and what you're doing with your messaging. And so there's a lot of new functions to the messaging system and the platform. And one of the newest ones is all about just some kind of customer service things. And so some things that you can kind of see that they turned on here with general settings is the return key to send a message, which I have turned off because I have a tendency to hit return when I want to just do a new paragraph when I'm writing and not necessarily send it. So I turn that off, but by all means, turn it on. That is for you only. Now, the other thing is prompt visitors to send you a message, and you may have be seeing this on your mobile devices, which at first I thought was a little creepy because it pops up and I'm like, oh wait, do they know I'm on their page looking at it? Because it says, WV social media is now active, send them a message. So it just prompts them the message. So we're trying to really be more customer service on Facebook, which is great. It has become kind of that gray area between customer service and marketing. And anytime somebody's on our page, Facebook is probably saying, you know what, if they're on your page, they might be looking for something. They may be having a question. So let's just go ahead and prompt them to messaging. So by turning that on, it allows that feature to be there. Not that they can't message you without that, but just kind of gives them a more of a call to action. Some other functions I really like um, that's new to the messaging platform is Response Assistant, and this is just an example of something that I have that just says, "Hello, I'm currently away from my page. Feel free to check out my website or send me an email of any questions," because sometimes I don't get my messages as quick as I might get an email or a phone call. And typically what I see happens is somebody will leave me a message because they won't get this response assistant until they leave the message. And so they'll leave me a message on Facebook, and then I'll usually have an email and a phone call from them right after that, depending on either or, depending on how they want to communicate. So typically that's nice because now I have an email address for those people, which is a really great thing for my industry. So that's a good way to answer quick questions. You can, to my knowledge, I don't think there's too much of a cap. I wrote quite a bit. Response time. Typically, it says you can change that. You can look into that. I don't put too much cloud on it. Some people do. Again, it's a customer service thing. So I guess if I went to a page I didn't know and it said they don't you typically respond to messages, I probably wouldn't message them. So that's something just to keep in mind. Stay responsive when you can't get to your computer. So this is something I don't have turned on because I just use the other. But you can actually, if you're not active and you're away, you can set up some away messages here. And I'll just say hit yes here and change it and let you see. And so it shows you like, hello, I have a question. And it shows like, oh, thanks for the message. We're not here right now. We'll get back to you soon. And so that's just the auto, and you can add personalization just like the one at the top that I told you about, or you can leave it the same. So you can save it or cancel that out and turn it off and on as needed. Messenger greeting. I think this is kind of neat. Again, it's like, hey, thanks for, it pops up before they even put a message in the greeter. And I've seen this a couple places where I think their number one question is like, what time are you open, or what's your typical hours? And so they have a little message there, just reminds people of their hours and where you can find them, where they're located. So if that's an issue with you, definitely a good thing to turn on there. It's like, thanks for getting in touch with us. Please send us any questions you have is what mine says, but yours can say anything at once. Another thing that you might see on here is if you ever are messaging somebody and you say anything about a date and time, Facebook wants you to turn into an appointment. And what that does is if we say, yeah, that's an appointment, if you have a calendar app on your phone that you use, it will sync to that calendar app. So then your appointment will automatically go on your calendar, which is really nice for people that are booking this a lot. I know I contacted a massage therapist through Facebook, and so that's something that she could do and have that automatically put to her calendar so she knows when that appointment's coming. Especially when you have phone numbers and things like that exchanged through Messenger. It's really great. Another place to put that information. So you can have all of that set up. I do have that. I had my, if you watched the other video, I had my appointment reminder set up there. So I had that turned on and I just left it on. So these are some great ones. You can just check them out, turn them off and on as needed. Just a really great customer service marketing thing. And it's all under your settings and in messaging, and that's under your business page. So if you have any questions at all, feel free to comment on the blog. I'd love to hear from you, and I always share this on social media. So please make comments and share with your friends of anybody that's maybe struggling with this customer service marketing gray area in social media marketing. All right, I'll talk to you later. Bye.